Video 59. August 28, 2011. Friends, it took me to get in contact again, but we're back to this mission. We were in Andromeda for some time after helping the Arcturians. While some of our spaceships were reviewed, and our technicians added to it some new devices, we took a few days of rest. Our teleporters can download now 20 people at a time and can transmit directly to our mothership without passing necessarily by our ship. With this technique of redirected teleportation, our ships became more interesting than most. Well, let's start talking. The news is not bad. Most of you are asking about an approaching deadline for shelter. I can say is to observe the reaction of people to begin to see something strange in the sky. Your governments will try to reassure people with various fanciful explanations, and most will believe as always. According to latest calculations, the comet Elenin-2 accelerated and increased centrifugal force potential. So he can lose a lot of debris that is bringing when it starts to curve to the apex of its orbit. This decrease in total mass may be beneficial, reducing the gravitational effects on its passage. In fact, you should worry really about the dwarf star. It has accelerated and will arrive a few days later, during the passage of the comet at its apex. In the case of the mass of the comet to weaken during the turn in the Sun, you will have until early October to take refuge until the passage of the dwarf star and its planets. After you see the dwarf star and its planets in October, if it continues accelerating at the current rate, the comet is already past the Earth, at which point you will have to prepare for the larger gravitational effects. This will provide about 4 weeks' time so you can make your plans. Not ahead with plans more than necessary. You may use this precious extra time to convince more people you trust about the facts until the early October. I understand that changes in the general framework of events must mess with the nervous system to you. But I promised news in real time. Everything in the universe is cause and effect. Sometimes a change in any of the numerous variables involved in an event can change the context of the final end effects. As a final conclusion, the passage of the comet may not be as disastrous as is expected, but will bring gravitational consequences for their alignment, 24, 25 and September 26. Which may cause movement of magma and an increase in tectonic activity, earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes. During the passage of dwarf star it will not lose any mass, so, it will realign all the tectonic plates and cause a widespread tsunami. Will make the Moon's orbit into an ellipse and reposition the angle of Earth's axis, defining new geographic poles for the planet. CV condensed dozens of questions involving the issues below that I will answer in general and not personally. How will the society rebuilt after 2012? Is a great work. We can help with equipment that will greatly facilitate the re-establishment of all that exists today, but with clean technologies accessible to all. The new social organization depends on you. Put the right people to organize the various sectors. Will be the prerogative of your social organization in each region. The new guidelines for a coherent and unified society will gradually be achieved by joining your regional leaders. in a new economy common to the whole planet. Borders no longer exist, the migration will be free and respected regional trends. All areas will have the necessary incentives for their population trends to keep their agricultural, industrial and services without the need to migrate to other places looking for better living conditions. Many existing things can be reused, much could be improved. New transport technologies will enable the availability of items between regions with very little operating cost. And this will change the way and speed of development of these regions. Education will be the strong point of the new society, giving the chance of developing all those who wish. Language, social rules, and knowledge will become cosmopolitan. How will the health in this new society? With respect to health, we have systems in physical conditioning that can help in the eradication of many diseases, both congenital and those caused by microorganisms. Congenital problems such as heart problems, kidney problems, diabetes, autism, paralysis, vision, and other neurological problems may be solved as new technologies are introduced into your society. This may take some time and training but will revolutionize everything that you know today as medicine. How can we restore our fauna and flora after all these events? After the reinstallation of your society, will be provided food crops that will grow very quickly, better and more nutritious grain of what you currently have. Many different fruits can be heated on the planet, as well as legumes and vegetables. But almost everything that you now have on diversity in your nature will be maintained. Regarding your fauna, many species will no longer inhabit the planet in this new frequency. But other species will be introduced to a balanced ecosystem. Your seas will once again be an excellent source of protein. And your nature will integrate very quickly. What about others who claim to have contact with other beings from Andromeda, including interdimensional or blue skin color among other things? Look friends, I'm not here to judge or deny anyone. I can tell you what I know, there is little about the universe. But I know the entire database of civilizations, currently associated with all the galactic community databases. I can say the following: the humanoids of the third dimension are definitely not interdimensional. The skin color of the humanoids ranging from white to gray, yellowish, greenish, reddish, and brownish to darken. I do not know of any blue-skinned humanoid race, much less in my galaxy. The colors emitted by different suns do not affect the color of the skin, but interferes with the protection that the skin develops in relation to the protections, which provides different atmospheres of planets. The humanoids descended from marine mammals may have the skin color in shades of white, brownish, gray or silver. The reptilians can have shades of brownish, reddish, and light gray to dark gray. In the case of the descendants of insects, so they can have metallic colors on the external skeletons, ranging from various shades of gray, brownish, red, green, blue, and darken. When can we effectively relate to other races? When your society becomes healthy, informed, and well integrated. You can then become part of the board of Galactica community. and network with hundreds of other humanoid races that may have issues in common with Earth. After the period of self-balance of the planet Earth, you can go to market goods and services with these other races. You will receive the ICD, an intergalactic certificate of decontamination. And this will be the beginning of relationships with other races, indicating that Earthlings do not represent any danger to other humanoids. Well friends, I have to go to the base of Antarctic that is also undergoing a major restructuring. I must get in touch soon with new news. Be well.